Oh yeah, we are coaching. We have a VOD review today, but we're doing something a little different. It's a VOD review, except we're gonna have them in the call as well. We're gonna spice it up a little bit. You know, they can ask questions during the VOD review as well. Anyway, the person we are coaching today is Plat 2, so it should be a fun one. My name's Jules. I'm a Radiant player. If you're enjoying this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. If you're interested in coaching yourself or want a chance to win free coaching, be sure to watch the end of the video for details. Other than that, enjoy the video. Hello?
Yo,
Yo, what's up?
doing good. What about you?
Good, good. I'm doing swell. A little sick, actually, but I'm fighting like a cold. But for the most part, I'm all right.
Basically, like, I don't think this is one of my best games. I think this is a pretty bad day as well.
Okay.
But I think my main problem is I get positioning and stuff, but also I get really nervous in comp. I think I mess up more than I do in unrated, for example.
Basically, like, you're put in situations where you're not too sure what to do, and then it makes you like a little bit nervous, and then you start panicking.
Yeah, and
a
then
bit.
and then my aim goes off, and I'm like on defense as well. Like, I know you talked about off angles. I think I know like 2.
It's all good. I mean, most of them are just going to be used on like defensive side, really, and they're not used all too much, but it is good to know, especially if you do main Reyna. So, okay. So
You're
far.
about to watch the biggest whiff of my life.
Okay. All right. Hey, all good. All good.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You are chilling. All right, let's run it back. Wait, let's see this one more time. And we could get this in slow mo. You know, we gotta.
No. Oh, God. Oh, no.
To be fair, I feel like your Crosshair for the most part was actually on up. If this is your worst whiff, I got some good news for you. I have whiffed really bad. Don't even worry about it. So the flash is good, right? I think so. One thing to note is, like, so when you're going to this wall here, you're going lane, you have nothing to look at. Like, your Crosshair ends up going this way, but you have nothing to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're just staring at the wall. Here, look, watch. So you see how we're running here lane, still like just not really looking at anything. It's not bringing us any value. So what you want to be doing when you're coming out, just always be looking at, I'm going to be swinging to the right. As soon as this is clear, I'm swinging my mouse back to the right, and I'm holding market here and maybe logs or maybe spawn, right? Because that's the angle that we're more concerned about, because there's like, what's he going to do? Jump up on top of the box? You know what I mean? It's very unlikely that happens. So we have to start looking at like our immediate threats, which would be like spawn, market, logs, and that kind of stuff. Here's what you should always be thinking about in post-plant situations. So yeah, you peeked, you ended up getting the kill, you have the gun advantage, sure, this is fine. But if you really wanted to play this out like super well, I would be playing off of my Jett's contact. So our Jett is holding an angle that if someone came out of market and our Jett took this fight, we can peek from stairs and trade if Jett does die, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
yeah. They're not gonna be looking at me.
Exactly. And in an alternate universe, you take this fight, you peek stairs first, right? But imagine that the Sage got this kill. Sage ends up killing you. Your Jett is not in a position to trade you, right? Because she's too deep in the angle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she can't see.
Yeah, she literally just can't even see, so she can't trade. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that Jett has the contact first, so then you can trade off of her. So this is how you should always be playing post-plant stuff. It's always just about, like, what's my teammate looking at? Can they trade me if I die? And if the answer is no, we shouldn't be taking the fight. In this case, we have Astra with us. Both of us can kind of swing stairs, but I would have liked the play better to just chill, wait for Jett to make contact, swing. But I know it's like eco, whatever, you know, you have a Spectre, they have classics, you want to go for kills, it's fine.
Here I ask them, do you want me to push with you site, or what do you want me to go trees? And Killjoy tells me to go with them, right?
Yeah. So almost always you want to go to the site. I would actually ignore the door. I would never push through that. Like, almost never. Yeah, that's because it's very easy for them to just wait outside the smoke and kill you. Unless we have like a shorty or something and we're playing inside the smoke, then that's fine. But I probably would not ever be pushing the door. So you can go like late up cat if your team's going up A. That's way better than like pushing the smoke, because they're going to be waiting for it and it's really hard. There's so many angles to look at. Oh, this is gonna.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I was like, what
that?
the fuck? I know. I'm pushing spawn because we're in down numbers. So I think.
Yes. Good. Smart.
But
yeah.
Spawn.
So. This is a very good point. The idea to push spawn is good, but our timing is off. That's the difference. So we hear them running. What we want to be doing is we don't want to catch them as they're running because they're going to be looking at us anyway. What would be a better play is wait for them to run past and then we work up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because if we don't,
they're
they're going to be looking this way afterwards and then we get a free kill. So if you peek when they're running at you, it's a 50-50. If you wait for them to run past, then you go up behind them, you have a really good chance to win. So that's the timing. I would have just waited here like 2-3 seconds, waited for them to run past, or if they just cut noise completely, I know that they're probably going to peek me mid. So there's better options here than peeking when they're running like this. Saving here, good. All right, peeking with the Sova, good. There's one mid. You might be able to get this kill. Oh, nice. Huge. Nice. That's a gun if you can get up to it. You might want to... You could even if anyone is, flash here to try and make sure that we guarantee the gun, because if they peek mid while we're... Okay. Nice shots. Good
I panicked so hard.
Yeah. Okay, one thing too. I think we're thinking about too much stuff here. So, okay, crosshair placement is a bit low. We are aiming a bit low, but here we're not aiming at anything. You know what I mean? You see how when we're working up, we're aiming at here. Like they're not gonna just jet dash into our crosshair. So
yeah.
We got to be aiming either here at market or here in spawn. Even when we pick up the gun here, we're still not really prepared for anything. Even here, you see how our crosshair is still not even ready for this. So it's just about thinking like where they could peek us and stuff. But this was a good kill. This was a good kill, and now you have a gun. This is what makes rounds winnable, right? We can... so...
Yeah, okay. So I'll explain this. So Killjoy said, I have this angle. So I'm like... And then, yeah.
Nah. Okay, this is what you got to be thinking about. Like, you have nothing else to look at. You might as well look at cat. You know, what do you...
Yeah.
Because you got to think, it's not like it makes you run faster looking towards the place you're running to. You know what I mean? So you might as well just be looking at cat with your gun. You can never trust your teammates to do these kind of things. So our biggest issue is not looking the right way when we are moving fast. Okay, so you guys still bought. You guys can still... Oh, nice shot.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. All right. Okay. We're going too quick. We're going way too fast. Look at this. They're and especially Reyna. Reyna is the type of agent where if she gets one orb down on the KJ ults, she is just going to dismiss last second, right? And then it makes the KJ ults kind of bad. Or not bad, but it doesn't do much. So we have to wait. I think we need to be a little bit more patient with when we're going in, and that's our biggest thing. So KJ ults coming down. We're going to wait until this is at 1 second, and then we're going to go. Because we can't... At alternate universe, that Reyna kills us, and then, yeah, it's not looking good. It basically it defeats the purpose of the KJ ult, right? Like, if you're going to run in and get the easy kill on the Reyna and then have sight, it's like, oh, well, we could have waited. You know what I mean? We wasted the ult a bit, so...
Here, I'm telling them to rotate because I want to lurk through mid, through B A, but I don't know if this is like good at all.
It's okay, it's okay. But the only problem here is that here's the thing with lurking. If you're gonna ever lurk, you can't be the first person. Like, you need your teammates to make a lot of noise somewhere or bait or do something, right? Like, they only see one dart on mid. They don't even see the KJ. They don't even know KJ's there, and it's just one. I'm like, okay, there could be other people elsewhere, so it's not like a perfect time to start walking up. The idea with lurking is you need your team to just make a shit ton of noise.
Well, I think about going again, but I just go away.
It's better, yeah. Let's fall off. They know who we are. Let's go with our team. Try and see if we can get some picks here. So now it's a 3v2. Now you guys just group up together and go B. Yeah. Look at cat.
Okay,
look at cat. Okay. No. Okay. Yeah, so lurking is good, but in this case, I think you just stay grouped, right? You have the numbers. It's the 3v2. You literally just stay grouped with one another and trade each other out. That's the play. In this instance, you're giving Reyna 1v1. She's ulted. Even if you do damage, she's going to full heal. We ended up hitting the shot. We got carried here by our aim, but in an alternate universe, we died to the Reyna, right? And then it's a 2v2. She's still ulted. So just something to think about. If you're up numbers, go together. If not, we can go with this lurk play. Like, if it's like a 2v5, it's like, okay, maybe now, like, we have to make a crazy play like this.
Also, I go for the kill here and I die because...
No, it's fine. I mean, you're stuck here. You have to go for a fight.
80.
One thing too that I'm noticing, the way that we're peeking corners, we're like holding W and our strafe key at the same time, and it's like this is how you peek the corner, you know what I mean? Like, you're holding W. So now that we're plat, I would highly recommend not holding W whatsoever. Like, you're gonna want to hold like only your strafe key. Like, A and D are the only keys that you should be hitting. The reason for this is because, well, one, in the same time that it takes for you to move here, you can get further distance, right? Because you're holding just one key, right? That's just simple mathematics. mechanics. Like this takes the exact same amount of time. Let's say 2 seconds takes to go from here to here, 2 seconds to go here from here. So it's actually, you get more distance and it's harder for them to hit you when you're only holding one key. Now, the next thing, when you're too close to a wall, they actually see you first. So you want to avoid that by backing up from the angle. Like instead of peeking like this, you should be peeking probably from here. Another thing as well, by peeking with just your strafe keys, it prepares you for what's called counter strafing. And that's going to be something in the future that you can do. But
because I've been trying to practice that to like get away from this habit as well.
Yeah,
it's just hard trying to go slow, but yeah, it's really hard.
It is hard. It is hard. It takes a lot of practice. So don't feel discouraged at all with it. But yeah, this peak and another thing too, I'm noticing when we're peaking angles, our crosshair isn't really ready for this angle. See, like when we're going fast, especially look where our crosshair is. Look what angle we're exposed from. So your crosshair needs to be at the angle that you're exposing yourself from. So your crosshair needs to be here before you're even peeking. And then when you peek again, it needs to be here. Like it just always needs to be at the angle that you're being exposed from. Otherwise, we're peeking and then we're reacting with our crosshair, and it needs to be more like inclined to the angle that we're just exposed from. Don't worry about it.
This is just...
Yeah, in this situation, I think I would have taken that fight. I know it looks scary here, but so when you're down numbers like this, and it's a 1v3, if you're ever giving an opportunity to take a 1v1, you take it. You always take it, because now that you know what I mean? Like you didn't take this fight, now he's gonna hide in this corner. He's gonna play off of his teammates. It's gonna be a lot harder to win this round now. So yeah, if you ever have that opportunity, yeah, it's gonna be very hard to win this now.
Also, I definitely should have checked this. I already know.
On the corner? Oh
my bad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm peeking this with a ghost.
I probably would not be peeking this at all. So why peeking this would be bad is because like imagine if 2 people peek into you. You're in a 1v2 with the ghost only. You know what I mean? It's just scary. The idea should always be this, like never put yourself in a situation where more than one person could peek into you. Otherwise, it's very risky. You can like jiggle peek for information if they're mid, but I would never. So this is scary. They could be top mid here. They could be like walking up cat. There's just a lot of times where we're kind of exposed from certain angles. Okay.
Yeah, I heard her walking up the stairs.
And you want to get the kill. Yeah, this is fine, but careful here with the reload. I would have actually expected the KO to be here while you're reloading, and then he would have killed you. So we hear that the Reyna running mid. Okay, you go for this kill. The second I go for this kill, I'm like, oh, is KO here? Is KO here? Is he going to trade? Because usually better players are going to try and trade this death. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to try and trade me. He's going to try and trade me. And I'm going to be looking at this area. And then after I don't see anything, I'm like, okay, now I can reload and reposition and stuff.
If anyone gets
hey Maya, welcome back. Yeah, of course I missed you. Come on.
Not a chat joke.
84 Jett.
All good.
After it's gone, I think I should have just focused away.
So me personally, I know this sounds weird, but sometimes I like just completely ignore the Jett dashing. If I see the Jett dash like this, I'm just ignoring her. I'm like, eh, fuck it. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna hold for the second person, because this is exactly what the Jett's trying to do. By dashing into the smoke, you're gonna get distracted by this, so the second person can come out and trade her. So this is exactly what Jett's trying to do. And unless she saw you, if she saw you when she dashed, like she was looking at you when she dashed, then I would go for it. But if she's not looking at me, I'm ignoring her and I'm just calming it. I'd just be like, oh, one market, and then I'd focus on the second person. Because you don't shoot on the Jett, they're gonna assume that this is clear, so you're actually gonna get a really good jump on them. So sometimes with the Jett dash, I just ignore her completely. Right here, this spot. So by going a little bit too much, they're gonna start looking here. But the idea is there. Playing an off angle is very all good. All good. All good. All good. Okay, so one thing you want to do is, if you're gonna spray, you should be crouching. And the reason for that is, look at this Reyna. You see how the Reyna like goes into a crouch and then uncrouch, and it like messes up your aim, and you're like in a split second. Let's see what happens here. So your aim is like, you pull it down and then she crouches, and then you pull it down a little bit more to try. You see how you're trying to trace her head here? Like the bullets go do, and then it just like you're trying to trace her head, and her actually crouching is making this very hard for us. So this is the power of crouching.
I think maybe.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
this is good. This is good.
Then Killjoy dies.
That's fine, dude. Even in a 1v3, I'm popping my ults. If there's one way to win the round, it's with your ult. You know what I mean?
Oh, my bad.
Nice strike.
So how we clear this needs to go like this. So first things first, we clear this window angle. So I'm gonna hug the right side of this wall here and look into here. I see nothing, and then I hug this wall and I look this way, right? But with what we're doing, we are doing something like this where we just kind of get exposed by both.
Yeah.
So this is always like, you want to avoid this. You always want to avoid this at all costs. Is like, we're exposed by two different angles and we can't look at two different angles at the same time. So then we put ourselves in a spot where we can easily get punished. The best way to fix something like this is, again, like I mentioned, this would be your clear path. It would be like, boom, we're gonna hug the right side wall, we clear this, and then after that we hug the left side wall, and then we clear this, and then from there we can maybe walk up here and then do whatever, right? But you need to separate the angles. It can't be both. You can't be here both at the same time, right?
Yeah,
it has to be left first, right first, never this. Okay.
Different. I love playing here.
This is a good spot. This is a good spot. This angle here is really good too, where you're like, I like playing here on the wall, and then what happens is, like, when they come around the corner, they clear this first. Like I mentioned before, they clear this first, and then they start looking here, and then when they look here, that's when I peek. I hear them run out, and then I wait a second, and then I peek.
I thought you'd go for like an angle advantage here. Like,
you could. So there's two things you could do. This is an angle advantage that you have. Yes. So there's two things. This is an angle advantage. This spot that I mentioned is a timing advantage. So there's two separate ways you can play it, right? I personally like the timing advantage because they're going to be looking not at me. If you have a good timing, it's the highest percentage way that you can win a fight if you have a timing advantage, because they're not going to be looking at you. You know what I mean? For them to kill you, you have to whiff completely, and they have to spin their mouse around to kill you. With an angle advantage, if you come around the corner, you have better odds to win the fight, yes, but it's still like, what, a 60-40 or something like that, because they're still going to be looking at you. So that's the difference. I personally like the timing one, but both of them are decent. Okay, so they're going to A.
Oh, that's
Good.
Actually.
Nice. Huge. Nice crosshair placement there.
Kill.
And that's a vandal upgrade. Flash and help the Sasha. Yep. Really good. We can drop down. Okay. We're in a good spot now. So we know what's cat. We don't know the Brim is. Brim could be main. Okay. You're thinking about it, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so he actually went heaven. So heaven and cat. So actually taking this fight. Let's go with heaven. Let's go with heaven.
Yeah, I don't know why I beat that.
Nice. Okay. So solid game. Solid game. Solid game. It was good stuff. The only things big things I should say, is how we're peeking some angles, our crosshair placement, being exposed by multiple angles. Those are like the biggest issues that I'm noticing. And here, I can go into a game real quick and I can show you some stuff. One sec. You should always do, anytime you're watching like players play at a higher rank, always ask yourself, like, why are they doing what they're doing? Why are they in the spot that they're in? And it might not seem like a really bad spot to you, or you might think that they're making a huge mistake, but they probably know something that you don't. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, hold on, I need to try to understand why this spot is good. But like I mentioned here, right? Sometimes I'm watching be like this,
and they not see you here?
No, they don't. They don't. You have to be like on the edge here, right? You can't be here. You can't be like here. they see you. But here on the edge, you can chill here, and then after like 2 seconds, I come around like this. So it's really good. It's a very, very good spot. I'm telling you, I use it all the time. It works in high elo lobbies as well. It's broken. I'm telling you, it's broken. Yeah.
What
so
about
like I mentioned,
A site?
Here,
could you also show me one?
Yeah. I got you. So this spot was, I was saying, because if you're going too far out, this is what it ends up looking like. They're gonna clear here, and then after that, they're gonna come around here, and they're gonna start to think that they're gonna start clearing for this spot. So after they clear here, they're gonna be like, oh, and they're going to be actually already looking at you because they've already cleared this. So what you want to do is when they're clearing this, you want to catch them off guard, right? Because this is like a really good angle. And there's some really good angles here. Let me show you one too. On A, I do this one a lot. So I will go all the way here in the wall and then hug the wall here and then wait. And I hold my crosshair here. They peek the corner. I dismiss and leave. So the reason the spot is good is because when they clear like this, they might clear wine, right? So after clearing here, they clear wine. And then when they're clearing wine, you see what I mean? Like they have to flick to you and you have an advantage. So it's a really strong spot. I really do like it a lot. Highly recommend doing that. Another one too you could use is this one. I get up here, play on the corner, and then just watch mid from here.
Wait, actually, can I show you another one I do, but I didn't do that much? Walk into trees and then go to the left, and on that corner over there to your left.
This one?
Yeah, I played there. Yeah. And then so I can see the, like right there.
Yeah, so the problem with this one is they're gonna smoke you off. 99% sure they smoke off door here. So yeah, usually you don't want to play the spots that they smoke off commonly. Like I noticed one time in B you played here. This is probably not ever a good spot. They 100% always smoke off spawn. spawn, and then you have to push through the smoke. It's better to play like in spots where you're already like in a good spot, and then you can go back into the spot where you're smoked. So what do I mean by that? Like if I'm playing Reyna and I'm here and I know that they're gonna smoke off spawn, I'll play like here. I'll play somewhere here, and then I go for the fight, and then I dismiss, and then I can drop back here, and now I get to do the play that you wanted to do. Basically, by playing here, you can't really defend site, and you're just going to be pushing through the smoke, and it's not the prettiest. So if you're going to do that anyway, you might as well take a more aggressive approach, get a kill, dismiss back, and then play like exactly how you wanted to play it anyway.
Also, have a good rest of your stream.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
See ya.
See ya. See ya. W session. If you're interested in coaching yourself, click the link in the description, click the book a lesson button, and select your plan and time. So if you want to win free coaching, be sure to comment down below your Discord name without the hashtag and what you learned from the video. I'll be picking out a person randomly.